Adobe finally released their AI video model to the public, which was a long time coming. I will walk through every feature and prompts I tested across a huge variety of scenes and categories. I also ran those prompts through other leading video generators to see how it stacks up against the competition. I actually ended up running around 50 text-to-video and image-to-video prompts and ranked the best from each tool, so this ends up being a really in-depth comparison. But let's start with Adobe and see if this was worth the wait. This is part of Firefly, which does have other tools in it: text-to-image, scene-to-image, text effects, and some other cool stuff. But I'll stick with Generate Video for this. It's straightforward, works like most other video generators. We can change the aspect ratio. There's some options for shot types, the shot size, like close-up, medium, and long shot. There's camera angles, aerial, eye level, high, low, top-down. Then motion. All these options will work, but I prefer to just add them into the prompt since I'm so used to doing that. It feels more natural that way to me. But the options are here if you don't have the vocabulary already or you just need some ideas. You can upload start and end frames here. I'll dive deep into that later, but I'll start with a simple prompt. FPV shot, camera pushes through dense jungle foliage, revealing a majestic waterfall. Lush greenery parts to frame the cascading water, mist rising. This generates pretty quickly, 1 to 2 minutes on average, so faster than Kling and Minimax, not as fast as Runway, but a solid speed, although you can't generate more than one at a time. That was an easy prompt, so it comes back looking really solid. So let's do something a little harder. How about cutting a steak? And I actually pulled up Adobe's document on how to prompt well in Firefly. Then I created a quick project in ChatGPT and added that to the instructions. Now I can just type in a simple concept and it will give me a longer prompt based on Adobe's tips. So I'll copy that and paste it in, then send it. It actually nailed every bit of that. There's some decent physics behind the way that it sliced and the piece fell to the table. So another solid result. But now let's try it out with a person. So I'll use a prompt from the original Sora demos. I remember being amazed by this one at the time. It does seem less impressive now that all the new video models have come out, but it is a long prompt, so there's a lot of details to incorporate. It did a great job with that one too. It got all the details in there, except when he smiles and has gold teeth. So I'm guessing that's because it says golden light in the prompt and it just got confused. But here's another one I ran with that same prompt earlier. Pretty solid, but so far we haven't done anything with complex movements. So let's step it up a bit. And I'll go straight to something super difficult. Wide angle shot of a man shooting a basketball on a park court, the ball spinning off his fingertips as it arcs towards the hoop. The camera smoothly follows the shot, capturing the crisp swish of the net as the ball sinks in. Okay, there are all sorts of morphing and bad physics here. That was way too complicated. One area that has worked really well is generating text. So here's one it actually got on the first try. And Futurepedia is a pretty difficult word to get right. I've tried this in lots of other video generators. It followed the rest of the prompt well too, and this would make a great title screen. And here's a few more text examples I got from people on X. I've got a lot more examples, but I think it's more effective to show them alongside comparisons to the other leading tools. And we know there's no perfect video model yet, so it's important to see how it stacks up. And these tools all just generate one clip at a time, and you have to come up with each prompt, ideate, and edit it all together. But there's another tool that can do all of that for you. From just a prompt, Invideo, who sponsored this video, will write an entire script, add a voiceover, generate multiple videos to go along with every scene, then edit it all together with music and transitions. It gives you a full publish-ready video just from that one prompt. The best way to show this is with a demonstration. We've got the prompt box right here, or there's some different presets and workflows you can use below. This has a huge list of different styles it can generate in. I'll try hyper-realistic film. You can generate really long videos in here. I'll stick to 3 minutes. I'll make it about Alan Turing and the origins of artificial intelligence. And there's more settings to select from if I wanted. I'll go with this, then I'll add a few things about Alan Turing I want to include. Another cool thing is you can upload websites for it to research and pull information from. So I'll add one in here and generate. And there's a few more settings to choose from and I'll get it started. All right, it's all done generating. I'll show just a quick section of this since it was 3 minutes long.
In 1950, I posed a question that would change everything. Can machines think? This led to what you now call the Turing test. a way to determine if a machine could truly think.
And that is looking awesome, and there's a lot more we can do from here. When you go to edit, you can select any clip and have it regenerate it. I'll switch this one out. There we go. I like that more. You can also change up the music, edit any part of the script, and it will update the voiceover. Or the coolest part is you can edit through natural language. So anything I just showed could be done in this box, like changing the music.
To science. But perhaps
if you don't like what it came back with, just click back and it will go to the previous version. And they also have a voice cloning feature. I've already trained it on mine, so I'll ask it to switch to my voice.
How do we reason? And could a machine ever do the same?
Then I can switch that to another language if I want and add captions.
To tutto. Possono le macchine pensare? Questo ha portato a quello che ora chiamate.
There's so much more you can do in here. This just barely scratches the surface. I am amazed all of this is possible now. You can try it out for free, but to be able to export without watermarks, you'll need to upgrade to a paid plan like the one I'm using for this. So try it out using the link down in the description, and thank you to Invideo for sponsoring this video. I ran these prompts and a bunch more through 3 other leading video generators. I only ran each prompt once because I went through so many, but then I picked which tool gave the best generation. I also did this for image to video, which I'll get to in a minute, and keyframes. I'll add everything up at the end and rank each tool. For image to video, you can upload a starting frame or a starting and end frame. So here's a tiger eating with chopsticks. I'll add a prompt of what I want to happen, then send that. All right, that came back pretty weird. Not terrible, I guess. I did run this 2 other times during my initial testing. So one of them came back better than this one. Still not perfect. Then the other came back way worse. Although I do kind of like the weirdness in AI videos sometimes. And that middle one is looking good, but not the best out of all the options. Kling killed it with this one. I'll go through some more image to video comparisons here before jumping into adding an end frame. Now, if I add an end frame, I can transition between scenes. There's a ton of ways to use this. I'll just do a quick example using this barn, and then I will zoom into the interior. I'll write a prompt describing how I want the transition to work, then send that and see how it does. Right, that works pretty well, so let's keep it going. How about the back door opens up to a tunnel? All right, that looks solid. Now it can go through the tunnel and open up to a cave. So here's a cool crystal cave, and I'm just generating these images in Midjourney as it's generating the previous video. Now that we are in the cave, how about it turns into a crystal city? All right, I did run a couple of them another time to get a better option. Here is all of these together. The transitions between clips feel a little off, but it's not bad. Here's an example from Chris Castanova of extending these in a similar way, but hers was awesome. And here's a few more quick random examples I saw on X that I thought were cool, then I'll get to the results. Now for the results. In the text to video section, Adobe won 7, Minimax 4, Kling 11, and Runway 3. Kling was definitely the winner there, but the results from Firefly were solid. The image to video section is where things really changed. So Adobe won 0, Minimax won 5, Kling won 16, then Runway 2. So the overall winner was Kling by far. It had 3 times the amount as the next highest. Now, a lot of these, it was a really close call though, and they each have their own strengths, so there's situations where one might be better than another. And as far as pricing, to be able to generate as much as I did, it is $30 per month for 70 generations. That's pricey. The existing Adobe Creative Cloud subscription I have comes with 10 generations per month, so I'll probably just use that and not renew for the additional. It did win some of the comparisons, but it's not the tool I'll choose most of the time. Now, if you want to go more in depth on learning AI, on Futurepedia, we have over 20 comprehensive courses on how to incorporate AI into your life and career to get ahead and save time. You can get started for free using the link in the description, or check out this video that can save you 1,000 hours in 2025, and I'll see you in the next one.